गया लाइव हो गया। Very good morning to one and all present here. Myself, Dr. Dilesh Singhvi. Very good morning to one and all present here. Myself, Dr. Dilesh Singhvi. I extend a warm welcome to all in first session of fifth day of AICT sponsored short-term training program on outcome-based pedagogical method for effective teaching, learning, and accreditation. I find immense pleasure in introducing this session speaker, Dr. Prashant Argade, who is going to tell us about the use of ICT in creation of effective learning resources. He is presently working as senior lecturer in pharmacy, Government Polytechnic, Jalgaon. He did his BPharm from SSDJ College Pharmacy, Chandwad in 2005. MPharm from KLE College of Pharmacy, Hubli, and secured first ranking the Rajiv Gandhi University, Bangalore. He He delivered 18 lectures in online webinar. Now may I request Dr. Prashant Argade sir to start his valuable talk.
Good morning, sir. And good morning to all dear participants. I welcome you on in this Sunday morning for AICT sponsored STTP on outcome-based pedagogical methods for effective teaching, learning and accreditations, organized by IPER Varda. So just send in a chat box yes or no whether my screen is visible to you and my audio is perfect or not. So I will start once you have given the confirmations to me. That's very nice, Dr. Satish sir. Thank you very much for your kind reply. So now we can start our session. I'm very much thankful to Dr. R.O. Ganjiwale sir, who is the principal and chairman of this STTP program. I'm also very grateful to the Dr. Manisha Puranik madam, who is the convener of this STTP. She has invited me and given an opportunity to talk with you peoples. I'm also thankful to Dr. B.S. Sate sir, who is the co-chairman as well as the principal of Institute of Diploma in Pharmacy, Varda. So dear participants, or dear colleagues, as you know, aware about the nowadays, we have to adopt the newer technology, or it might be called as education technology, for our regular teaching learning process. So I will try to share my expertise in this field, since I have attended so many FDPs which are conducted by the IIT Bombay and other institutes such as NITTR Chandigarh, NITTR Bhopal, through which I have learned the important tools for creation of effective e-learning resources. So objectives of today's talk is, at the end of this online webinar or online sessions, you will be able to explain the need of e-content, why there is a need of e-learning content. You can able to explain that particular needs. Then you will be able to create an effective visual presentations. Whatever the presentations you have prepared, then if you listen or if you follow whatever the tricks I have learned, then I am going to share that tricks with you peoples. Definitely it will be helpful to you peoples to create an effective visual presentations. And you will be able to record an interactive educational video. So these three objectives for today's session. Dear colleague, you know very well, since from the last week of March, we are in the lockdown due to of this COVID-19 pandemic. And because of that, all the students are not available on physical classes. In last week, UGC has issued the guidelines to start the educational institutions. And in that guidelines, they have also mentioned that wherever possible, you have to start the online educations, because online educations is encouraged so that we can able to maintain the social distancing among the students. So we are able to avoid the spreading of this COVID-19 or coronavirus. And as far as a new education policy or national education policy 2020, if you read this education policy very carefully, then you will find out it is mandatory for the teachers to conduct the online teaching learning process. Once this education policy will be implemented, that times teacher has to conduct the online teaching learning process through use of ICT tools in the teaching learning process. So you must be aware about the different ICT tools which are useful for the online teaching learning process, or someone called it as the online educations. So for that, two reasons, that is for the COVID-19 situations and the national education policy, there is need to move towards the online instructions or online educations. And we must aware about how to conduct the effective online educations or online teaching learning process. And that might be really helpful for the accreditation purpose also, because really it will be a outcome based education system. So if you think about the online learning, we will have a very fast summarize the modes of online teaching learning, and it will be very helpful to you peoples to know the need of educational contents or e-contents. So mode of online teaching learning process are divided into the two parts. First is the synchronous, and second one is the asynchronous mode of online teaching learning process. Synchronous mode means what? Just like today's our sessions, it is the live sessions. So just like our today's sessions, we have a live class using video conferencing technology. And since from this academic year, you have adopted that synchronous mode of teaching learning, no doubt. So this synchronous teaching learning process in which the instructor, that is teacher, and students will interact in a real time through these video conferencing tools, such as we are using today Zoom platform. And because of that, there is feeling of personal engagements, and teacher is able to give the immediate response to the student, and students also give the immediate response to the teachers. But apart from this advantage, there are some disadvantage for this synchronous mode of teaching. Just like our classroom setup, in traditional classroom setups, we are just go to the classrooms and we are delivering the lectures to the students. In that also, students also having some problems, isn't that? So likewise, the synchronous mode of online teaching, first disadvantage is the instructor fatigue. Just talk in front of the desktop, in front of the inanimate objects. So it might be feeling to the instructor or teacher for fatigues, isn't it? At the same time, students also feel the fatigue with the longer duration of lectures, isn't it? Sometimes the students deals with the audio or video glitches. Might be that audio will be not transmits perfectly at the end of students due to the bandwidth or network issues. And because of that bandwidth issue or network issue, most of the students are having the disconnection problems in between the sessions. So if there is disconnections during the sessions, during the lecture, during the online lectures, it leads to the leave behind some students with the poor connections. And it leads to the breaks such as distracting, and that time that particular students cannot follow the content anymore. Means you have started the some concepts through the online lectures, and some of the students from your class are having the poor disconnections or having the poor bandwidth network connections. Because of that, some of the students leave behind. And that time, that particular students are not able to follow your contents anymore. So that part of contents are missed by that particular students. So it is not useful for delivering the concepts very perfectly or very effectively if the network issue is at the students' ends. And sometimes this problem may also occurs. This is the situations online class during lockdown, isn't it? So teachers may feel that students have attended the lectures, but actually what the students have do, how they are attending. And it is the real fact, isn't it? And in order to avoid such a concepts, or you can simply compare these situations with our traditional classroom setup also. Students are physically present in the classroom, but mentally they are thinking about the different things. That times they are not in the classrooms. They are not able to give the attentions in your classrooms, isn't it? So that is the actual issue with that particular things. So another mode of online teaching is the asynchronous mode of teaching. With the asynchronous mode of teaching, in which students have to watch a pre-recorded video lecture at their home. So you have to prepare the e-contents and you have to send the pre-recorded video to the students, so that that mode of education is called as asynchronous mode of online teaching. So in asynchronous mode of teaching, instructor, that is teacher, have to prepare and post a course material in the form of video lectures, in the form of audio lectures, in the form of reading materials for the students in advance. So if you have taken, suppose, anti-malarial drugs in next Monday, so you have to post the course material related to the anti-malarial chapters to the students at least 2 day or 3 day before. So what happens? Students will have access of that particular course material at their own time, at their own pace, isn't it? So there is no restrictions to have access of that particular course material for the students. So whenever they find the good bandwidth, whenever they find the good network, that time they will download that particular materials and they will then access of that particular course material, isn't it? So it includes the pre-recorded videos, or it always uh, remember that whenever you are sharing some videos along with your students, that time you have to design questions depending on the content of that the particular video, and it should be uploaded on the LMS, that is learning management system, such as Moodle or Google Classroom. Whatever the learning management systems you have adopted, you have to upload it on your in-house learning management system, so that students will go through that particular material and then they will attempt the questions, isn't it? If suppose they will not able to solve the questions, they will have rewatch that particular course material, and then again they will try to attempt the questions. So here repetitions of the content taken place. But in case of synchronous mode of teaching, there will be a no repetitions or no forward or no backward, no pause button is available for the synchronous mode of teaching. But for asynchronous mode of teachings, students can able to have any kind of functions such as pause the video, rewatch the video, or he can forward or he can backward that particular video, so that they will get that concepts very clearly, isn't it? So there are so many advantages of asynchronous mode of teaching. That is, students can have access of that materials at any time, anywhere, at their own time. Okay. That's why it is called as self-paced and there is flexibility in timing. But in case of synchronous mode of teaching, there is no flexibility in the timing, isn't it? Means if you have planned for the online lectures from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., student must be present from 10 to 11. Whatever the problems he has, he have to left over that problems and he has to attend that particular lecture. But during that time, suppose the network issue is there, electricity issue is there, technology issue is there, that time he cannot able to follow your lectures, isn't it? But in asynchronous mode of teaching, it is a self-paced, means he can able to have access of that particular study material at their own time, at their own pace. It means it gives the flexibility in the timing also. And because of this repeatedly or rewatching availability is there, so there is a greater cognitive engagement take place. Means if you are providing the lecture materials, or if you are providing the video materials along with the proper learning by doing activities or questions, so that students have to solve that questions. And if you have a proper watch on that particular questions, who will be able to solve or who will not solve, if you are giving the feedback to the students that only 20 students have solved, 40 is remaining, be fast, you have to solve within 2 days, so that students will have access of this asynchronous mode of teaching, isn't it? That is, students will have access of that particular course material, and repeatedly they will watch it and try to solve the questions. So there is a greater cognitive engagement taken place in an asynchronous mode of teaching. Later, students may interact with the material repeatedly over a longer duration of time because the material is available with the students. But during the live lectures, the material will not available for the students. Once the lecture get over or that particular time is get over, that particular material is no longer available. But the recorded video and the study material is available on suitable platform, may be useful for the students for repeatedly having access of that particular material. So this is the very good advantage of asynchronous mode of teaching. Dear faculty, along with some advantages, this asynchronous mode of teaching also have one disadvantage, that is, here the teachers cannot able to give the immediate feedback to the students. Means what? During the accessing of the recorded materials by the students, if he has some problem, he cannot able to ask that particular problem immediately to the teachers. No doubt, he will ask through the different platforms, such as chat box, such as your WhatsApp groups, such as personal WhatsApp, or by call, or by put their queries on your LMS, isn't it? When teacher have watched that particular query, then the teacher will give the answer. But there is not immediate feedback facilities available for asynchronous mode of teaching. Another possibility as the demotivations of the students. That is, there is a possibility of that the students may not look at the posted material. And definitely this is the very big problem, as we are at our Department of Pharmacy, Government Polytechnic Jalgaon, we are adopting the LMS, that is Moodle platform. So most of the students have the access of that particular LMS, and out of I think 80% students have watched that particular materials, but still some students have not looked at the posted material. And we know that through the uh, course completion activity status bar, which students have watched or which students have not gone through that particular material. And there is possibility. So we have to motivate them. We have to encourage them to go through this posted material. So this is the disadvantage. Okay. So dear participants, we have seen the asynchronous mode as well as synchronous mode of teaching. So synchronous modes, it is having the fixed timing and place. Means students have to attend that particular online lectures or your lectures at a fixed timing. Due to the lack of timing, teachers are not able to give the focus to all the students. Okay. Teacher will not able to give the focus to all the students because of lack of timing, because within 1 hour you have to complete that particular concepts, and during online sessions we are not able to focus each and every students. So that particular synchronous mode of teaching is available to watch only once. That is, live sessions is available for watch only once. If you have the recording facility and if you are providing the recording, no problem. Okay, but the live sessions or your traditional classroom setups is available to watch only one time. And whatever the online sessions or traditional classroom teaching is at the instructor pace. It is not as per the student pace. If instructor want to complete, or if instructor want to finish that particular concept within 15 minutes, he will do that, isn't it? So that synchronous mode of teaching is at instructor space. Teacher will ask some few questions or students will ask some few questions only, isn't it? After the completion of online sessions or lectures, teacher will ask who want to ask the questions. Only few questions can taken up. Not all the queries are taken up during the online session also. And because of that, there is possibility to target only few students. There is possibility to target only few students. So this is one of the most important disadvantage of synchronous mode of teaching. That is, it will target to the few students only. No doubt, the synchronous mode of teaching able to give the immediate feedback. On the other hand, asynchronous mode of teaching is flexible, as we have discussed earlier. It is really focusing. Yes, it is focusing because the greater cognitive attainment of that particular knowledge taken place. As the recorded material and reading material is available with the students, they have access of that particular materials and they will have repeated access for that particular things. So they will watch as many as they can. As it is, the material is available with the students, so students can able to gone through this material at their own pace, at their own time, isn't it? So they have many questions and they will post it on a suitable platform, that is LMS, isn't it? And then the teachers will not able to give the immediate feedback. So this is the one of the disadvantage of this asynchronous mode of teaching. They will not give the immediate feedback. Definitely they will give the feedback, but not immediate feedback. And one of the most important thing is, if the teacher have proper access on the LMS, so they will have able to target all the students because the material is with all the students. Your LMS is properly designed so that you will be able to have a completion progress tracking with the all students. So this is all about the synchronous and asynchronous mode of teaching. So I want the answer from you peoples. Which strategy is effective, whether synchronous one or asynchronous one? Yes, just put it in your chat box. I'm waiting for your answer. Which mode of teaching is effective one, whether synchronous or asynchronous? Because we have gone through this advantage and disadvantage of synchronous and asynchronous mode of teaching. Yes, Pathak sir, very good. Asynchronous, asynchronous. Pratik sir says synchronous is best. Okay. Chordia sir also told asynchronous. So I got only few answers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are having near about 65 participants. And I got very less answers. It means that how many of participants have really attentive ones, isn't it? Just like our students. It's very good. So very good answer by Dr. Satish sir. That is blended learning. Okay, synchronous when interaction. Okay, synchronous is very effective when it is interactive. Okay, very nice. So I am really appreciates the answers given by the students. Dr. Mitali said that the sometimes synchronous and sometimes asynchronous. But I will share you the things, that is, no one strategy is effective, so that you have to a mix of synchronous and asynchronous mode of teaching. That is, you have to combine the advantage of both modes to overcome the disadvantage of both modes. That is called as the blending learning, rightly said by the Dr. Satish Polsettiwar, isn't it? Means you have to do first, follow the steps. First, you have to adapt the asynchronous mode of teaching, which is a out of class activity. So before to your lectures or before to online sessions, you have to provide the video lectures to the students. So students will have access of that video lecture before attending the online sessions or your classroom, isn't it? This technique is also useful for traditional classroom setup also. Wherever you find the online sessions, you have to just replace this online session word with your traditional classroom. Okay, so it is also applicable for your traditional classroom setup also. And after that, you have to do a synchronous mode of teaching, that is online sessions, or you have to lectures. But during lectures, you have to only follow the problem solving activities. Don't repeat the things, just give a rapid overview of the things which we have posted with the students. That is a rapid recap of the content. Okay, and then you have to pose a questions or pose a problem solving activity in front of class, so class will solve that particular things, so there is gaining of knowledge take place. And that technique is called as flipped classroom. It is the one of the most useful blended teaching learning process, that is flipped classroom technique. Okay, so this is the first step of flipped classroom techniques. What is the first step? That is, students prepare to participate in class activity by going through the videos or reading materials or learning materials before to join the class. Okay. After that, teacher will take a online class or your regular class where students practice the applying the key concepts with the feedback. So you have to give a practice problems and they have immediately apply the knowledge whatever they have gained through the recorded materials, and teachers will be available for solving their problems as well as giving the feedbacks. And after that, again out of class, students will check their understanding and extend their learning by solving some other problems. So this is the flipped classroom technology. In other words, you can say that the flipped classroom which will invert the traditional teaching methods. In traditional teaching methods, what teacher is available to delivering the lectures, okay, and then teacher will provide the homework. So students will solve homework at their home. So this is the traditional setup. But we have inverted the things. What? We have done homework within the class or within the online lectures, and whatever the lectures you are going to deliver, you have just provided the reading materials and recorded video to the students before the lectures. So we have just flipped the things. We have just inverted the things. But we are delivering the instructions online as outside of class activity and moving the homeworks into the live sessions. Okay, so we have inverted the scenario. In class, in case of traditional classroom setups, teacher is standing on the stage and delivering the lectures. Okay, but in case of flipped classroom, teacher, the role of teacher get changed. Now teacher is a guide, is available with the students to solve the problems, to give the immediate feedback. Okay, so this is the very important and effective teaching techniques which will be very useful for the Yes, Dr. Mitali madam, you have said it correctly. You have pointed out very nicely. It is more effective when students are less in number. Yes, definitely. But if you read the guidelines given by the UGC now, if students are also available in physical classroom, that time also we have to make them in groups, isn't it? So just like tutorial methods, we have to make it in batches and do interactions with the limited number of students. So that time that technique is also very useful. Suppose one day you can have 3 batches. In morning sessions, you can take 1 batch. In afternoon, you can take 1 batch. And in the evening, you can take 1 batch of 20 students and do that the in-class activity. Already you have provided the lecture materials to the students before, to a whole 60 students, and then you have to conduct this flipped classroom techniques during our sessions. So it will be very useful to follow the UGC guideline also. Yes, project-based learning is also very best solutions, but it is not suitable for all types of the subjects. It depending on the subject to subjects. And the levels of students also, because all students are not at the same levels. So we have to think about all the students. So we have seen the traditional classroom model as well as flipped classroom model. Okay. So as in case of accreditation purpose, either it is NBA or NAC, isn't it? We have to follow the Bloom's taxonomy, that is levels of Bloom's taxonomy, started with the remembering level, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating, isn't it? Since from applying to remembering, it is low order thinking, and from analyzing to creating, it is a high order thinking. We can call it as HOTS, high order thinking levels, and try to get the maximum output in the HOTS, isn't it? So in traditional classroom setup or you in online lecture sessions, what you have to do, we have introducing the new concepts. We are taught the new concepts to the students, and they will try to follow the teachers in the instructional delivery methods, isn't it? We have started the new concepts during online sessions or during classroom model, and then we have provided, isn't it, the homework, that is problem solving activity at their home. So here, to learn at the higher level, the students are only responsible to complete their learning at analyzing or at evaluating or creating levels. Here, teacher is not available at their home to solve these problems. But if you have flipped the things, if you have inverted the things, means what? If you have provided the new material in the form of recorded video, students will have access of that video as outside of class activity, where they will work repeatedly on that particular level of understanding. They will master the concepts on their own time and pace. And then you will have discussion in a groups during online sessions, or as I told earlier, that you have to make it in a group so that social distancing is we can able to maintain during our if the government of Maharashtra will allow us to start our educational institution, that time also we have to follow the social distancing, isn't it? So it will be really helpful. You have to make the groups, and that time you have to have the problem solving activity. So here, if you are giving the problem solving activity, the students and instructor will work together on this level of learning. So now here, teacher is available with the students to learn the things at this high order of thinking. So here we can get a maximum output, or you can say the maximum outcomes. So really it will be a outcome based strategy. It will be work as an outcome based strategy. So it will be really helpful for the NBA as well as the NAC accreditations. No doubt teaching and learning process have a proper weightage, and everything is totally depends on teaching and learning process. So for implementing this in blended learning teaching methods, there is a need of creation of e-content, isn't it? So far we have discussed the whatever the need of e-content, isn't it? Why there is need of e-content? We have discussed it. E-content is required for the blended learning, or to implement the flipped classroom technology, or to have a mixing of synchronous mode and asynchronous mode of teaching. So let's see the e-learning components. There are actually 4 components, but latter 2 components we will not going to discuss. If you want to have gone through that 2 components, you can just Google it, lcmmodel.org. The websites created by the professor of IITs, lcmmodel.org. So first component is the learning dialogue, and another component is the learning by doing activity. Learning dialogue is nothing but the video, isn't it? Because through this dialogue, through this video, the learning can happen within the students. That's why it is named as learning dialogue. and IIT Bombay professors given name it as LED, that is learning dialogue. And each learning dialogue is followed by the questions, a small activity, that is learning by doing. It is named it as LBD. So every video should be followed by a learning by doing activity, so that students have to watch, students have to access that particular video materials and reading materials to solve this learning by doing activity. So let's discuss about the learning dialogue. So just one questions to all my dear faculty members. Since from lockdown, or since from the you are attending the so many of FDPs and so many of online webinars, a genuine questions to all you peoples, that really a long lecture video or long webinars is a effective ones, or are you really attending whole period of that particular webinars, or are you watching the long videos on YouTube's, isn't it? If you open the videos on YouTube's, so it will really effective ones if it is having the length 1 hour or 1.5 hours, isn't it? Just I want answer from you peoples. If you are watching the learning videos from the YouTubes, isn't it? Have you watched the long videos? Depends on contents. Very good, Pallavi madam. So it will depends on interest also. But generally setups, if suppose students are watching your videos and your videos is having the length more than 30 minutes or more than 40 minutes or more than, isn't it 60 minutes also, because I have saw most of the videos is of 1 hour, isn't it? Even in normal classroom setups, if you are having the monotonous teachings, if you are not having proper breaks, isn't it? If you are not having a proper breaks, that time we are not able to have attention of all the students during our classroom setting also, isn't it? So the long video lectures are ineffective for the students learning, isn't it? It is ineffective for students learning. So there is solution for that. You have to split that particular concepts in a short segments, and each segments you have to create the set of LEDs, that is learning dialogue. Suppose your concepts are completing in a 40 minutes, so you have to split that 40 minutes into 10 minutes. That is, you have to create the 4 LEDs. Okay. If the video is a very short, isn't it? If the viewer video is very interactive, if the viewer design is very nice, then definitely students will go through one LED at a time. Okay. Then each LED followed by LBD, that is learning by doing activity. And then again LED, that is second point. That is second video. And then again it is followed by the LBD. So you have to split the concepts into the segments and create the set of LEDs, and each LED followed by the LBDs. So you have to keep this thing in your mind. Your educational video or learning video, it's around 10 minutes. No doubts. If you are starting to talk or if you are starting to record the video, we are the teachers, and because we are having the lecturing practice, we are unable to keep us restrict ourselves to talk within 10 minutes, isn't it? So you have to do a practice so that your video length should be around 10 minutes, and it will be really useful for the learning purpose within the students. As it is a 10 minutes, as it is only a small concepts, so really it will be suitable for the self learning for our students, and it will really helpful to promote the concept acquisitions through learner interactions. If you are designing a proper LBD activity, definitely students will interact that particular LED repeatedly. If you are preparing the proper visual presentations, really it will be very helpful for the students as it is suitable for self-learning. So suggestion is what? You have to design the LED, that is learning dialogue, or you can say educational video. It is around 10 minutes with the good visual presentations, with the good design of your PowerPoint presentations, along with some demonstration, along with some examples, but you have to keep your length of video is around 10 minutes. So your video must contain yes, definitely it will depends on effectivity of delivery also, good concept, as we do in our lectures. Really, it will be very helpful in also. So your video should contain some concepts followed by reflection spots, followed by some content. Means you have to start your video with some conceptual knowledge. You have to include some text, some graphics, along with some animations. So once you have finished one concept and you are now transferring to the second concept, that time you have to incorporate the reflection spot, isn't it? Means suppose your video is of 10 minutes, around 4 minutes you have completed one concept, and after that you have shifting towards the second concept. That time immediately you have to incorporate some activity, some reflection spot activity. Once you have completed the 4 minutes, means you have completing the one concepts, isn't it? So what will happens when you are incorporating the reflection spot? It will make learners to pause. So they have to pause the video. At that particular slides, you have asked some questions to the students, and that questions is depending on the whatever contents you have completed before that particular slide. Okay. So because of that, the students will reflect on the preceding content. If suppose the students will not able to give the answers, students will back to the content by backwarding the video, watch the video again, and he will be able to give the answer of that particular questions which you have asked as a reflection spot. So here you have give a chance to the students to express their thinking, isn't it? And after that, you have to just start your video with the summary of that particular activity and then continue with the second concepts. So by doing such a reflection spot in PowerPoint presentation also, nowadays H5UP, if you once prepares the video and you have to just make a copy of your video from YouTube to your H5UP, and here you can adapt, here you can able to add questions, and you can able to give a pause in your video. That one really helpful you peoples to incorporate the reflection spots. So what happens? This is the dynamic of LED given by the lcmmodel.org, the websites created by the IIT peoples. So instructor will create some concepts, isn't it? Then learner will have access of that content. Then learner will respond to the reflection spot, and then learner will have access of the next concepts. So your video must containing concepts or content followed by reflection spots, followed by proper explanation of reflection spots along with the concepts. So what are the different steps to create the LED? So first step is prepare the visual presentations which will focus on the single concepts, means which will be able to complete your LED within 10 minutes. You have to take that particular concepts and prepare a very good visual presentations. After that, you have to create the script for the contents to be recorded. Remember that you have to create the script first and then start the recording, then start the creating, isn't it? So you have to first create the scripts. It will really helpful to you peoples. Why? Because we have to complete our video within 10 minutes or 12 minutes, isn't it? And if you have a script along with your proper slides, definitely it will be helpful to finish up your recording within stipulated time. If you are not preparing the script, then we are the teachers and we are not able to restrict ourselves to talk on a particular topic, isn't it? so that you have to first create the script and then start to record. So after creation of script, ensure that whether you have added the reflection spots or not. If you have not added that reflection spots, add it at a proper place with the proper explanations. Okay. Once you have added the reflection spot, then you have to do a practice and refine the video scripts or the slides. Try to match your script along with the content of slides. If there is some mismatch, then you have to refine it and then you have to rehearse it. Okay. Practice, practice, and practice. And then finally, you can go for the recording by using suitable platforms. Nowadays, there are so many platforms, you are aware about that, and most of the teachers are now using that suitable platforms. Depending on your content, you can choose a suitable platform to record the video. Okay, so this is the steps for the creation of effective educational video, or you can say the LED. Now we will move for the creation of visual presentations. So I will shift to the other PowerPoint. Yes, I have shifted here. The slide number 1 you have seen on your screen. And now I will change the slide. This is the slide number 2. So question is that which slide, whether slide 1 or slide number 2, it looks good and why? Just put it in your chat box. Which slide looks good or which slide is an effective one for visualizations and why? Yes. Very good. Dr. Govind sir, Pallavi madam. Slide number 2, but I want why the slide number 2 is effective one from you peoples. Because it goods in visual. Okay. It's effective due to its presentations. Okay. Aesthetic looks very good. Because of better visualization. Very nice. Feedback link. Are question feedback links are nice. It's more attractive. Design is attractive. It is highlighted. With the image of theory, very good. It includes the use of colors and pictures due to incorporation of colorful bullets and presentations due to its visual effects, better visuals and more appealing. Very correct. Slide 2 is very effective or for visualizations. Animations also very good. Okay. Means if you subject related graphics, very good. Means if suppose this is the slide number 1, here just we have added only text. Here we have added the infographics. Here icon is the color. Okay. Here is the color. Here is the icons. Here is the smart arts, or you can say the auto shapes. And here is the graphics. And we have the proper alignments. So it looks good. So dear, my dear faculty fellows, you have to use the multimedia. Means you have to use the graphics along with text, rather just text alone. You know what? There is the multimedia principle theory book written by the Richard Mayers, who suggests that you have to place words and graphics together instead of using the text only. So if you use the text along with the proper graphics, it really works for the students also. Okay. Why? Because someone is okay. I have muted all the things. Why the graphics is very attractive one, or why the graphics is very useful to reinforce the concept? Because image reveals the large amount of data. So always remember, you have to use image instead of long text. Really, your audience will appreciate that particular things. But you have to use copyright free materials or royalty free images, because in Google's you will find the n number of pictures which are available, but the most of the times that images or that graphics are of copyright. So don't use the copyright material, because you are going to apply, you are going to post that particular presentations or that learning dialogues with students through the YouTube or through other media. So there is violation of copyright laws. So take care while using the graphics. Okay. So here I will give you some list of websites where you can get copyright free images. For example, unplash.com, where you can get a number of good quality of graphics or images. Another website is a pixels.com. Okay. Then another examples is the pixabay.com, where you can get stunning free images which are royalty free stocks. You can use it without giving the attributions, isn't it? Some of the websites are giving the good quality of images, but they require the attributions. Wherever they require the attributions, you have to give proper credits to them, isn't it, in order to avoid the troubles in copyright laws. Another most important thing is Wikimedia Commons, where you can get most of the images, isn't it? So I will show you one demo by using this common or Wikimedia Commons. Okay. So I have started my Chrome. I think, is it visible to you peoples? Okay, suppose I want to search for the nitromethane image. So I will just search it in this search box. See here, I got a nitromethane molecule, ball and stick model here. So this is the very proper image. And before downloading, you have to find out its license, that is CCO. When you click here, so 1 minute, I will start one applications. So you will be able to have a proper look during the demonstration. So here, just reply in chat box whether you are able to see my spotlight. Okay, very good. So I have started the spotlight for the better understanding purpose. So here you will find download links. So if you click here, here you will able to download the things, but here they will give you the important attribution information. That is, you can attribute the author. You can. So you can use it with the attributions or without attributions for this image purpose. If suppose you have searched it for the different things, for example, malaria, okay. This is the image of malaria. Here also you can. If suppose you will find here, you need to attribute. That time you have to just click here. You will get the link. You have to copy it and you have to paste it in your PowerPoint presentations along with this image. So likewise, you can give attributes to your for the original contributors. Okay. No, Dr. Mitali ma'am, they are allowing us to download many times. There is no restrictions for that side which I have uh, shown in my presentations. Okay, this is how you can download it from the Wikimedia Commons. So we will see. So another thing is how to search the image in Google's, isn't it? So if you search it in Google's, okay, suppose I want to some images of bacteria. I want some image of. So here I will search for bacteria with images, and in this toolbar you will find last tools. So just click on tools. Then once you click on tools, here you will get the uses rights. Okay, so just click on uses rights. Here you will find Creative Commons license. So just click on that. So whatever the images are now displayed on screen that are available under Creative Commons license, isn't it? So you can download anything, but while downloading, you have to just take care that whether they require the attributions or not, because CC by license by CC, they have to given the proper attributions along with the informations whether you have modified or not. Another important thing is another important search engine is the Bing. If you open the Bings, suppose you want the image of bacteria, so just click on bacteria, click on images, and here you will find out the filters. I will show you filters in my spotlight. Okay, so just click on filters. Once you click on filters, here you will find image size, color, types, layout, people, date, and license. So from license, you will get the list. If you want all Creative Commons, you will get that image. If you want the images are available freely, that is public domains. If you want free to share and use, suppose I will click on public domain, means you need not to give the attributions. So these all the images are now in public domains. You can use without any hesitations, because the search engine filters the images which are available under public domain. So these are the very common things, but we peoples are not following that practices, or we are not aware about that things. But by using the graphics, really it will be very useful for us to have a proper visual presentations. Okay, after downloading the images, you have to remove the background of image. So online you can do it. So you have to remove the background by using www.onlineimageeditor.com, or you can remove it by using remove.bag. So this is the another website from which you can able to remove the backgrounds. Okay, so here I will show you. This is the one of the image. Here logo is there. That logo is not having the background, so it looks like that. But once you remove the background from the logo and using the same logo in your PowerPoint presentations for preparing the visual presentations, now it looks like this. So definitely this will very looks good, isn't it, with the removing backgrounds. So this is another strategy. Okay, next is the visual presentation slide size. Dear participants, the slide size is very important for creating the e-contents. Why? Because most of the PowerPoint gives the aspect ratio 4:3. So that is suitable for classroom teaching. But if you want to create the video from your PowerPoint presentation, that time you have to keep the aspect ratio of your slide is 16:9. That is 10:5.63 inch. It will really helpful for creating a very good content. It will helpful to cover the whole screen size of your mobile as well as whole screen size of your laptop or desktop. Why? If suppose you keep 4:3, okay, this is the I have taken the image from the 4:3 aspect ratio. You will find out at right hand side black spots, on left hand side also black spots. So that's space is remains blank. Okay, So it will not catch the or it will not appeal the participants or our learners to have a look of your video content, isn't it? If you keep it as 16:9, definitely it will be helpful like this. Okay, so this will cover whole screen size. So aspect ratio must be 16:9. Okay, I will show you by using another PowerPoint. Okay, this is one of the PowerPoint. I will open the blank. So this is the blank PowerPoint. Suppose I will type here. So you can get it screen size from the setup. So custom size of PowerPoint, suppose you will keep it as 4:3. So this is the 4:3. See here. See the black spots here at the left hand side as well as right hand side. Now suppose I am going to change the slide size, that is on screen 16:9. Okay, click the OK, ensure fits, and just present it. Now see, there is no black spots on the both hand sides, so it will cover the whole screen size, so it will looks good. You know, you have watched the many videos which are available on YouTube, some of having the 16:9 aspect ratio, some of having the 4:3 aspect ratio. So suggestion is always use the 16:9 aspect ratio. Okay, so use of colors. So more contrast, the more readability. You have to use a color scheme which will suit the content, which will suit the content. So if you are delivering your sessions in a bright classrooms, that time you have to use the black text on a white background. If you are going to take the lectures in a dark classroom, that time you have to use the white text on a dark background. So you have to take care while choosing the colors. So here I will show you the how to choose the colors for your PowerPoint templates. No doubts, PowerPoint templates come up with the different color palettes, but you can use some colors from websites also. One of the website is colors.co./ okay, from that website you can take a colors. So I have taken these color palettes from these websites, and I have drawn the same things along with the same colors. Okay, another website is color palettes, that is colorhunt.co.in. Okay, I will show you how to do that. Okay, here the colorhunt.co.in get opens. You have to search. There are number of color shades are available. Suppose I like these color shades, so I will just click on that. Okay, that color shade get opens. So here is the number, that is hex number. You have to click here. Once you have click on this number, it will get copied. Okay, once it will get copied, so you have to just go to your PowerPoint presentation. Okay, suppose I want to draw this shape. I want that color should be incorporated in that shapes. So what I have to do, I have to go to the shape fill, then go to the more colors. Okay, in more colors, you will find hex here at the bottom of this. Okay, select the shape, go to the format, then go to the shape fill. Here you will find out the more color, more fill colors. Okay, open it. So you will get the different colors here. At the bottom you will get hex. So just click here, Control A, delete, Control V, that is paste, that you have copied from the Google Chrome, and just press the enter. See here, same color is appears here. So this is how you can use that palette or same color in your PowerPoint presentations. Another way is, suppose you don't have this hex. So just copied that hex code, go to the Google, just paste that hex code and press enters. You will get the RGB value. RGB value means what? Red, green and blue value. So you have to just put that value in your PowerPoint presentation color system. The same color will appear. See here RGB. R is 243. So go to the PowerPoint here, more colors, R value is 243. Okay. G value 234 and B value is 194. So just put 194. So your color get changed here. So likewise, you can use another most important thing here is eyedropper. You can use that eyedropper. You can download that pellets from the websites, keep it that pellets on your PowerPoint and use eyedropper. So eyedropper means it will pick a color from that particular image and it will be automatically used in your shapes. So similar, you can same color you can use for the text also. Okay. So next we will move further. So from audiblecolor.com, you can get colors also. Now next is the fonts. If you want to use the different fonts, you will get a free fonts from fonts.google.com. Always remember, if you are shifting your presentations from one computer to another computer, always you have to first install that particular fonts which are used in that particular your presentations if you are using the different fonts other than that of the fonts available in MS Office. If you are not having such a practices, definitely it will create a chaos situation. Means if there is mismatch of fonts, all the contents on your slides are get not properly aligned. So always use the fonts and keep the backup files along with you to install the fonts first in the different computers before starting your presentations. Another website is the dafonts.com, from where you can get the very impressive fonts or different fonts which will be useful for the creating of your presentations. Another website is fontspace.com, from which you can download around 71,000 free fonts. Okay. Next is the use of icons and vectors. See here, I have used some icons which looks good. So if you are having Microsoft Office 2016 or 2019, you can use it. If you don't have this, then you can download it from the www.flaticom.com. Only thing is you have to give the attributions to flaticon.coms. Okay. Another websites from which you can get the icons is Boxicons. Okay. Another most important website is Boxicon.coms. Next is lineicons.com, from where you can get the set of icons. You can also use the vector illustrations. Okay, this vector illustration you can download it from the FreePic storage, that is storage.freepik.com. That if you are using these vectors nowadays, if you are seeing the flyers of different webinars and the things, they are using the vectors and it looks very good, isn't it? So you have to use that vectors in your creating the visual presentations. You can get it freely from storypic.com. You have to give the attributions at the same slides, or you can give it in the thank you slides also. If you are using the some things, you have to add their credits into your description box also. Okay, another website is the drawkit.com. See here, on these slides, I have used the 3D image along with the icons, along with the different colors. That colors I have taken it from the websites. So now this slides looks good, isn't it? This slides goods, very good. Why? Because all the combinations means 3D image, means graphics, color and icon. Likewise, if you want to create effective presentations, you have to adopt these techniques. Another example of slide like this, I have used two colors along with icons, isn't it, along with the graphics. So that particular presentations gives more attractiveness towards your audience. You can get a free account of Microsoft Office. You have to just create an account on Microsoft.com and you can use Office 365 free versions. It will really impressive ones. If you have educational email address with you, you can register that email ID and you can get the Office 365 A1 facility freely, isn't it? With free account, it will have some features. With educational accounts, it will have the more features. And if you have MS Team user ID and password, you can use it freely. All the features are available freely if you are having the MS Team license with you peoples. Okay, so this is all about the visual presentations. So we will move further. Okay, we will have just remaining the some tips for the PowerPoint. So dear participants, I know it's complete 1 hour is over, but now we are going to discuss some most interesting facts about the PowerPoints, isn't it? So it will really helpful. I will try to finish up within 20 minutes. So be for 20 minutes if you want some tips and tricks for the use of PowerPoint very effectively for the creation of visual presentations. So general guidelines for visual presentation is you have to follow the 6x6 rules. Means on a one slides, you have to use not more than 6 points on a slide. Not more than 6 points on a slides, and each point should not contain more than 6 words, isn't it? If you follow these 6x6 rules, definitely your slides looks good, isn't it? So instead of using the full sentence, you have to use phrases or some abbreviated sentence. So don't use directly the sentence from the books or from the any other places. So if you are using the complete sentence, means you are starting the recording by reading that particular sentence only. So it's not having the good impressions on the students, isn't it, or to the learners. So to make impressions on the students or to make it interactive, you have to use some phrases or abbreviated sentence rather than full sentence. Always remember, you have to choose a proper templates or design your own template which will promote a good readability. And one more and important thing, you have to use suitable fonts at 24 points or larger. Most of the times, most of the teachers or most of the visual presentation are observe that they are using the 16 or 18 font type. It's not give the proper readability. So use a font of 24 points or larger. So this slide is title is of 28 point font size and this body text is of 24 points. So it looks good as well as it will give readability. Why you have to use the bigger fonts? Because nowadays most of our students have access of our reading materials or recording through their mobiles. So screen size of mobile is less, isn't it? It's small. And if you are using the small font size and in their mobile, that font is looks again very small. So it's not give a good readability. So always think that the students have access of our content through their mobile only, because all the students have not having the laptops and computers. So think about all the students so that you can use 24 points and more font size for creating the visual presentations. Another most important thing, you have to highlight the most important information on slides by using emphasize options. You can bold it, you can italic it, you can change the colors. Okay. You can use the animations, slide transitions, audio and video very sparingly. Don't use too much animations. Don't use too much slide transitions, isn't it? Use if only if it is required. Okay. If it is not required, don't use it. Because if you are unnecessary using the animations and slide transitions, it will it will not create the interest among the viewers. Always think using of quality graphics, because it will reinforce your contents very effectively. But while using the graphics, always take care that use copyright free materials, and at the end of slides for graphics, visuals or text, you have to give the proper attributions. Means always you have to give the proper reference at the end of the slides. Okay. So here one more questions to you peoples. Have you created educational video? Yes or no? And if you have created video, then which tools you have used for creation of video? Okay, I will see the chat box. Two questions are there. Have you created video? If yes, then give the which tool you have used. Okay, very nice to see. Most of you have used Screencast-O-Matic, Filmora, Zoom, Office 365. Very good. OBS, someone has OBS. Okay, Boyer sir used PowerPoint, Screencast-O-Matic, very nice. Recorder Pro also used. So most of you have now familiar with the video creation tools. Nowadays, the Zoom platform also useful to create the video also, isn't it? You have to just start your meeting. You have to make a settings that your recording is on. Start meeting with all of you only participants and start the talking and end the meeting. At last, your video is saved in your computer. MS PowerPoint also very good tool for creation of video. OBS, no doubts, it is very nice tools. It gives a very advanced features. Only thing is you need to require very good configuration of your laptop or desktop so that you can use it very nicely. And there are any other tools such as mobile applications are available to create the videos. Okay, so OBS and PowerPoint is the most useful tools nowadays used. Okay, those who are not having the PowerPoint 2010s and latest version, they will use the Screencast-O-Matic or the Camtasia or Cam Studio, also useful to create the video. Okay, I will skip the things. Next thing is the PowerPoint tips. I will share some PowerPoint tips with you peoples. So for that, I will minimize this PowerPoint, discard it. I will shift to other PowerPoint, present it. Okay. Now, within few minutes, we will come up with some important and interesting, what I am saying, important and interesting PowerPoint tips, which will help you to reduce the time for creation of effective presentations. Okay, first thing is hold a shift to draw shape in proper dimensions. Okay, if you are using the hold shift key, it will allows you to draw perfectly shaped circle, square or triangle, etc. object. See here is the one object. Okay, here is the another object. It is not having the proper circle. So how to draw? Just select the auto shapes circle. While drawing, you have to just press the shift. Okay, I will start one of the applications, so you will be get the keys informations at the bottom of my screen. so that you will be follow me. Okay, here I will shift the shift button. I will press the shift button and then I will drag the content. Okay, it is the perfect circle. See here at the size, at the right top corner, you will find the size 5.71 centimeter by 5.71 centimeter. So it is the perfect circle. Okay, if you want to perfect square, then select the rectangle from Atto Shapes, hold the shift key. Okay, shift key is appear at your bottom of screen. Okay, is it visible? And just drag it, drag it. Okay, so this is the square having the perfect shape, that is 6.23 as to 6.23. So this is the use of shift key while drawing the Atto shapes in a PowerPoint. Next thing is shift and drag with mouse. Shift, drag with mouse. So what happens, suppose this is the shape already here, and if you want to move that object or shape, it should be vertically or horizontally aligned. Suppose I am not pressing, I am not holding the shift key, I am just taking that shapes can go anywhere in any path, horizontal, linear, triangular, isn't it, vertical, diagonal, like that. But suppose you want that shape should be aligned vertically or horizontally, you have to just press, hold the shift key, okay, and just drag it. Okay, if suppose I am dragging towards the right sides, it is horizontally aligned. If you want to vertically align, so just drag down, okay, or drag upwards. But initially I have started what? Horizontal, so it will not goes to the horizontal. Okay, see here, like that. So it will goes only horizontally as well as vertically in proper line only. So this is the use of shift key. Next thing is shift and drag the shape corner with mouse. Shift and drag a shape corner with mouse. It will allows you to enlarge the shapes in that particular directions where you are pulling. Suppose this is the shapes and I want to pull it down. So first press it shift key and just pull down. So one day it will enlarge the shapes in that directions. Okay. Suppose I want to enlarge the that particular shapes in left sides. So I will press shift key and drag it from top. See here. So it will get enlarged from that directions. So this is the magic by using the shift keys. Next thing is hold control and shift button simultaneously to copy on a straight line. Copy on a straight line. Suppose this is shape I want to use the repeatedly. So this is one number. After that I have to keep two number. So just hold control plus shift button and drag down. See here, if suppose I am changing the cursor, so it will just go horizontally or vertically aligned. It will never go outer from this plane. See here. So one can be shifted here. So you can just change the number to, okay, then shift it 3, like that. You can make a copy. So control, shift and drag it horizontally or vertically. You will get the copy of that particular shape in a vertically or horizontally aligned. This is the magic with control and shift button. Another important magic of control and shift button is it will resize the shapes in all directions, in all 4 directions. Enlarge the shapes or object in all 4 directions. Suppose I want to enlarge this. If you not holding the control and shift button, if you enlarge it, it will not properly enlarging the properly with the proper dimensions. Okay. If suppose I have selected the shape, then I will press control along with shift button. At the bottom of my screen, you will find whatever I have pressed on my keyboard, you will get it the things on my screen also. Okay. And just you have to drag it at any directions. Once you are starting the dragging, these shapes get enlarged in all 4 directions like that. If you want to reduce the size, you can repeat the things. See here, drag it or drag in. Okay, shapes will resize it. So this is the magic along with Control and Shift button. Another magic is Control D button. It will be useful for a smart copy. How? I will show you. Okay, suppose this is the 2 shapes. Just press Control G for group. So that 2 shapes are now grouped together. If you want to ungroup, so just press Control, Shift and G. Control G is for making the group. Control, Shift, G to ungroup the things. Okay, now it is ungrouped. But suppose I want this should be a grouped one. So Control G. Now it is grouped one. So select it. Okay. Once you have selected, then press Control D. So it will get copied. Okay. Once you have copied it, keep it in a proper place. Okay. After keeping it proper place, just press Control D, Control D, Control D. While repeating Control D, 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 you will get the number of that particular shapes in a proper alignment. What you have to do? You have to first select the shape. Okay. Press Control D. It will randomly copy the things. Then you have to drag it by using mouse. Okay. Having a proper alignment. Once you have done the proper alignment, you have to just press Control D, D, D if you want it many times. So everything will be get properly aligned without doing the Control C and Control V. Okay. So don't bother about the alignment. Don't bother about, there is no need to use Control C and Control V repeatedly. So forget about now Control C and Control V, isn't it? By using such a tricks, you can able to reduce your time for creating your presentations in a smarter way, in a shorter durations. Okay, this is very interesting facts. Now, Control Shift D. Suppose you want the current slides to be duplicates. So just press Control, Shift and D. You will get here the different slides. See here at the left side. I am again repeating the things. Control, Shift and D. The current slide get duplicate. See here, the 3 slides are coming here. I will press delete, delete. So 2 slides get deleted. Then Alt plus left or right arrow key. It will rotate the objects by 15 degrees. It will rotate the objects by 15 degrees. See the magic of this button. I will show you. I'm pasting the image here. Okay. Now this image, select the image or select the shape, Control, and I will place left arrow key from my keyboard. So press Alt, left arrow key from keyboard. Okay. See here, automatically it will get rotated. See, if you press the right arrow key along with the Alt button, it will get rotated towards the right sides. So this is how you can do with the keyboards also. So this is the shortcut key for the rotating the things. Another most important thing is Control, Alt and left and right arrow keys. If you want to rotate the image or rotate the objects by 1 degree also, means small difference you want. So Control, Alt, left arrow, see, it will get shifted or rotate through the left side. If you press the right button from your keyboard, it will rotate towards the right sides. So likewise, you can use it for the rotation of image also. It will really useful. Dear participants, now I am going to show you the quick access toolbar. Definitely it will reduce your time to have a proper PowerPoint presentations. Yes, sir. Now only I am going to show you, isn't it? By using the quick access toolbar, how to align any object exactly at the center of slide by using shortcut keys. Okay. For you sir, just observe it. This is the blank slide. Okay. I have copy this image. I will make it. Okay. Now you want this image at exactly at the center of your slides. Now you have to just follow the whatever the key I have pressed. It will appears on your screen also. Okay. I am pressing Alter 5C, Alter 5M. This image is exactly at the center of our slides. How you have to look? You have to go to the view. You can, okay, grid lines. If you start the grid lines, you will see, yes, it is exactly at the center. How you can do that? Suppose you want to align that particular things. Every time you need to select, suppose I want to align these shapes. Okay. So I want to select the shapes, then go to the format. Okay. Format is available here. So for you peoples, I will start live zoom. Okay. No, live zoom is not good. I will change it. Live zoom will be off and spotlight will be useful. So here format, and in format you will find out the align. If you right click here, okay, if you right click here, you will get add to quick access toolbar. Already I have added to the right to the quick access toolbar. See here, this is the quick access toolbar. This save button, this is undo button, this is redo button, PowerPoint presentations, and here is alignment. I have added it. Align the buttons. Okay. So align left, align center, align right, align top. Okay. After that, I have added paste button here. Okay. I will give you demo how to use it. Now, in your computer, the buttons may be the difference depending on sequence of that particular things. One number is save, two number is undo, redo, PowerPoint presentations, and at 5 number is alignment. So what I have do, I have selected the things. Okay. Then I have pressed alter. So once I have pressed the alter button, see here, the numbers are coming. So at 5 number, my align object is there. So when I press 5, the align get opens. So here, whatever the key you will find in a black background, L means they will align at left sides. C, they will align at center. R, they will align at right sides. T, they will align at top. Okay. Likewise, if suppose I will press C, okay, see here, I am going to press the C now. I have pressed C, so that 3 objects are aligned centrally. Not on slide, because this is for the, what we can say, the center of all these 3 objects. Okay, suppose I have selected this object, alter 5C. Now this is, if you select the one object, it is exactly at the center of your slide, and then alter 5U, M is for middle. So if you press M, so this shape is at middle. So how you can do, you can select all the things. Okay, I will arrange it in randomly. I will show you. Okay, now I am selecting all the things. I have selected all the things. Alter 5UL. So all the are arranged in L. Then alter 5UV. If I press V, it will get arranged in a vertical with having the exactly same distance between among all the shapes. Similarly, you can do it for horizontal alignment also. Okay, once you have keep these things here, so that two means first and last is at exact place, then select all the shapes. Okay, control 5U M, so all are in middle shape now. Then control 5U H, H is for distribute horizontally. See here. So this is the quick access toolbar. Suppose how you can do the quick access toolbar. Suppose I want to change the color of this shape. So every times what I have to do, I have to click on shape, then go to the format button, then go to the shape fill. Okay, then choose the color. So instead of that, just right click on that particular button, and here you will find out add to quick access toolbar. I will show you by giving the spotlight. Okay, first select the shape, then go to the format, then shape fill. Right click here. Okay, once you right click here, you will get it button here, add to quick access toolbar. So just click on that. Once you click on that, see here, the color button is available here now. Okay, color button is available. So how to use it? So just press alt button. Once you have pressed the alt button, you will find the number now. 7 number is for the shape fill. Okay, so suppose I want to change the color of this, so I will press alt, then 7. The color tools get open. Here another short form shortcuts keys are available here. So I want to change the color, just pick the color. So there is no need to every time go to the format, then shape color, and then click. If you want to reduce your efforts, so just select the shape, alter 7, and change the color from that color palettes. This is how you can use a quick access toolbar. So it depends on your quick access toolbar, because you have to arrange that particular buttons on quick access. It totally depends on your computer. In my computer, I have habit to use alter 5 for alignment, alter 6 for the pasting option, because I want to paste the different things. Okay, if suppose I will use now alter 7 is for color change. Now this spotlight also very useful to explaining the things. You can get that spotlight. I will show you the software name. Okay, this is the software I have used, Scott Soft Mouse Track. So it will track all the mouse activity along with live draw or live zoom along with spotlight. You can just download it from your Google Chrome. Definitely it will really helpful while creating the videos also, because this spotlight also gives the zoom effect. Okay, so live zoom is also very interesting features while explaining the things. See here, this is the quick access toolbar. You will find out now. File, undo. This is the clean and repeat. This is start from beginning. This is alignment tab. This is paste tab, and this is color tab. Okay. So this is the quick access toolbar. You can use it, and you can use it very effectively. Definitely, it will reduce your time, and your presentation will be a very effective one. Okay, is it interesting? Now, there are different shortcut keys in the presentation modes. If you want to learn a shortcut keys, there is no need to search in a Google Chrome. There is no need to search anywhere. You have to just in a presentation mode and press F1. I have pressed F1. You will get all the shortcut keys list on your screen. Just read it and start the using it. Okay, what you have to do for the knowing the shortcut keys, when you are in a presentation mode, just press the F1. Just press F1 in a presentation mode. You will get the list of shortcuts which are useful. Okay, if suppose I will press Control P, the pointer gets started. If I press Control E, the eraser get open. If you'll again press Control P, the pointer gets started. Suppose I have drawn the things. Okay, and if you want in a one stroke, I want clear the slides, then I will press only E. So all the things get erased. So I want to shift this laser, pointer to laser, then I will press Control L. So the laser point will get started. Okay. So there is no, every time there is no need to go the toolbar which is available the bottoms, because it will appears on your screen, and it will appears in your video also. So there is no need to go anywhere. You have to just press these hotkeys or shortcut keys, and the list of shortcut keys is available in your PowerPoint. You have to just start the PowerPoint presentations and press F1. You will get the list of shortcuts. Okay. Then use of Shift 5 to start the presentation from current slides. I think most of you are practicing the things. Then use of crop to aspect ratio for full page photos. Okay, I will show you these things. Then I will stop to have a demonstration of PowerPoint tools. Suppose this is the image I have taken as a bacteria from the Google Chrome. And if you want this image to the full size, suppose you make it one to full size, see here. The whole image will not cover your whole slides. Why? Because this is not at a proper shape. So what to do that? Select this image, go to the format. Okay. Sorry. Select the image, go to the format. In format, you will find out crop. So click on crop. You will find out aspect ratio button. Just click on that. Then you will get the aspect ratio. If your slide aspect ratio is 16:9, so just click on 16:9. Okay, here you will get 16:9 proper image. Okay, and just click on that. Then have a proper alignment of that particular image and just drag it. Once you drag it, your image is properly shaped in your slides. Another thing is crop into fit. Cropped into fit. Suppose I want this image at exactly one side of our image, one side of our slide, and another slide should be keep blank for the text. But if you observe this image, it will cover around 75% horizontally and 100% vertically. But it is, I want this is at zero positions, means exactly cover the half of the things. So what I have to do, I have to select that image, again go to the format, go to the crop. Okay, and here you will find the fit button. Just click on fit. Once you click on fit, you will get these images. So just drag it up to the 0. Okay, means now this is the proper shape. Now change the dragging the image, proper image. Okay, now once you have done the proper alignment of image, just click anywhere on the slides, but don't click on the image, anywhere on the slides. Okay, now see here, this image is exactly occupying the half of the slides. Okay, so you can keep either on left sides or on right side, and remaining portion you can use it for the text purpose. So graphics along with text. So by using these techniques, you can able to create effective presentations for creating the e-content. So my dear teachers, if you want to create a 10-minute videos, at least you require 3 to 4 days to create effective presentations along with the practice. So there is one quote from the famous author, that is Abraham Lincoln. If I had 6 hours to chop down, if I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I had to spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. Okay, means you have to require to give the maximum time for your preparations, and only 10 minutes is required to record the video, isn't it? So I wish you all the best to implement these ICT tools for implementing the effective teaching learning process. I am very much thankful to all the audience, because since from last 1.5 hours you are listening me, you are following me, isn't it? If you have any questions, just put it in a chat box. I will try to solve your queries. Okay.
Now session is open for question and answer. Okay. I think there is no question. I thank Dr. Prashant Argade sir on behalf of IPER for an enlightening and entertaining presentation. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation for Dr. Prashant Argade sir for his explanation of effective online learning. Further, we are grateful to Dr. Prashant Argade sir for demonstrating about e-content creation. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your experience with us.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, participants. I found one question in a chat box. How to remove redundant quick access toolbar? I think the question asked by the Pathak, Ashwin Kumar Pathak. If you want to redesign your quick access toolbar, what you have to do? You have to just click on that quick access toolbar, right click, okay, and remove from it. So you will be able to remove the things and restart your things, okay. Or you can able to customize the quick access toolbar by using the option customize quick access toolbar. So this is the, you can have your own quick access toolbar by proper alignment of all the keys on your quick access toolbar. Okay, is it another questions? Dr. Paul Shettiwar sir has given nice feedback. Very much thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, traditional teaching and online teaching, which you prefer most and why? Vaishali madam, no doubt, traditional teaching have a tremendous advantage. Okay, but while implementing the national education policy, while maintaining the social distancing, and by following all the guidelines, we have to adopt the online teaching now. And there is no alternative for the online teaching. No doubt, traditional teaching has their own advantage, but if you want to be a effective one, because through online teachings, we are not restrict ourselves for our 60 students also. Through online teachings, we can able to deliver our contents to the students who were sitting in the different places in the world, isn't it? So definitely online teaching also having the advantages, and nowadays we have to prefer the online teaching, because by adapting the online teaching and learning process, we will be able to deliver the contents to the n number of peoples, and that content is available freely for other students also, and they can have repeatedly. So as for my point of view, both teachings have their own place. Okay. So no one is effective or no one is preferred. Both are at their own place, and we have to just try to mix up or blending the traditional as well as online teaching for the effective teaching and learning process.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you so much, participant. Now, dear participant, please fill the feedback form from link given in the chat section. I declare this session is closed, and join the next session sharp at 2 p.m. Okay, thank you.
So thank you very much to one and all who was listening very patiently. I'm very much thankful to organizers also for giving me an opportunity. If you want any clarity or if you want any things, you can ping me on my WhatsApp number. WhatsApp number is on your screen, or you can also take down my email ID. Okay, because due to time constraints, I could not able to finish off all the things which are useful for creation of this content.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Welcome.